Hey everyone, so making this inspired video on changing your state. So yesterday I had an amazing day. I actually did manual labor for the first time in a really long time and proved that I can still get stuff done. And I mean, like, I was using a pickaxe and a sledgehammer on rocks. And there were a lot of challenges, but there was so much satisfaction that I was putting effort in and actually earning and getting work done. And not only did I make the money that I needed, but I proved to myself that I can still tap into that get stuff done energy in a very beautiful way. Now, there were a lot of challenges yesterday as well, and I was so happy with how I was able to balance and respond to most of those situations. One of which was the great boiling rice and lentil mishap of April 14th, 2025. Will be remembered. It's hard to get turmeric out of the carpet. Right after this amazing work day, I was really tired, and a friend brought me a bowl of pretty much an acai bowl. And as I was eating it, I had the rice and lentils done, and I had a message: slow down. And I didn't quite slow down. I said, hey man, why don't you hop in the van and we'll chill out? And as soon as I turned around, I bumped, and boiling lentils and rice went all on the carpet and on my foot and on my hand. And I just stood there, and for a moment I cussed and I said, damn, that's hot. And then once it cooled down, the first thing I did is I looked at the biggest mess that has ever been in my van, and I think to myself, this is okay, I'll deal with this in a moment. So I sat down, ate the acai bowl, actually enjoyed it, and my friend offered me a shop vac, and I cleaned this all up. And then deep cleaned a little bit. Now, many times in the past, I would have blown my lid over that. I mean, I wasn't happy about it, but instead, I kind of hit this like neutral observer and this wave of acceptance. So not only was I changing my state throughout the day through, positive reinforcement, like, let's go, let's get this work done. But there was times where a mishap happened and I changed my state through this neutral acceptance. Just, okay, this is okay. This will be all right. And it's actually a really good reminder of that lesson. And it was reflected to me yesterday in this wonderful place, in this group of alchemists that I've joined, who are working on cultivating their best lives and cultivating their most authentic expression. And it was reflected to me that I'm chartering my own course. I mean, I believe we're much more than the Monday 9 to 5, but I don't necessarily want to just hop to that 5D instant manifestation. I want to understand why I want what I want. I want to understand and feel and earn and experience a whole full-fledged human experience. And that's what I'm doing in a very grounded and spiritual way. I guess the message here is, what is your path that you're forging for yourself? Every single 8 billion one of us has a puzzle piece, and we're just humanity. Talk about the rest of nature, and talk about the rest of the planet, stars, and infinite on out. But each of us has a piece that we can cultivate. It's reflected to me that, maybe Austin living his unique expression, even though I call it stubborn, maybe it's not just stubbornness, but it's like this yearning to blend, two extremes, to balance paradoxes, to balance the yin and yang. And in that desire to do that, how I'm doing that is my own path. And if other people see that path, they can think, damn, that's a good example. I didn't know that was possible. I know that's possible for me now too. Every single person I've looked up to, Tony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, Ram Dass, Alan Watts, Jesus, Naruto, everyone, fictional or real that I've looked up to has shown me a path that I resonate with some level in my being. And I love that. I think we do that for each other. And in this collective unfolding, this collective growth, I don't have the right words here, but just being our most authentic selves for each other can inspire each other and help lift each other up. And once again, I realized in this video I was changing my state. I started a little down, but here I am more, energetic. Let's, go. And this isn't, avoidant, positive. It's optimism. There are more options when you're optimistic. There's more things that you can do when your energy is utilized, when you're in a positive state. And if you can't be positive, you can at very least be neutral. I experienced that yesterday too. There was a moment when I was cleaning those rice and lentils. My hand was burning. My foot was burning. I knew that stain was going to be there for a while. And I understood the Buddha a little bit more for just a moment, because I was in such a wave of acceptance that even though I was in pain, there was no suffering. I was like, oh, I get it. Okay. So we can exist. We go through pain. We go through challenges. We go through things that help us grow. Pressure to make a diamond. Anvil to the sword. Forging. Refining. But the suffering is optional. Suffering is optional. And I'm saying this in a clear level of awareness right now that I got to remind myself. This is something I'm learning, reflecting, and learning again. So if I could leave anything with this message, it's you can change your state, whether it's through breath work, whether it's through dance, whether it's through positive affirmation, just getting up, moving a little bit, getting jiggy with it, whether it's just emotionally neutralizing a negative emotion or stepping back out and reflecting. There are infinite practical ways to change our state. We can read about it all day, but until we apply through action and lived experience, it's not able to be embodied. But when we apply and then we embody, then we radiate. It becomes part of who we are. I would not have believed this was possible for me a year ago. I could motivate the hell out of a year ago me. I'd sit there and be like, get out of that state, boy, come on, let's go. And man, it's a beautiful journey, and it's just getting started, and I wish you deepest blessings on yours. Have a great day.